Good morning. Today we are going to talk about our next chapter, and the name of the chapter is Tsunami. Tsunami means the great, strong, destructive waves of the sea when they move towards the earth, the land, and cause a lot of destruction. Tsunami occurs in the sea when there is a disturbance at the bottom of the sea because of an earthquake or some other region. And in coastal areas, there are many occasions when there are tsunamis. And whenever a tsunami occurs, it causes a lot of destruction. Let us read our chapter. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. So, whenever there is an earthquake under the sea, there is a tsunami. On 26 December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India, such as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast. On 26 December 2004, a very destructive tsunami occurred in Thailand and some parts of our country, such as the Andamans and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coastal areas. Here are some stories of courage and survival. Here we are going to study about some of the stories of courage, the bravery shown by the people during this calamity, and how people survived. Did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? Some stories suggest that they did. Did animals sense the danger of tsunami before its arrival? There are some stories which suggest that yes, animals can sense the danger before it occurs. These stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago, or all these stories belong to Andaman and Nicobar group of islands or the geographical area surrounding all the small group of islands collectively known as Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So let us read. Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachal. Kachal is the name of a place. So Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society there at this place. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. His wife, Ignatius' wife, asked him to wake up because she felt there was an earthquake. Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table. Ignatius very carefully removed his television set from the table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Or to save his television set from breaking down, he placed it on the ground. Then the family rushed out of the house. Then the whole family came out of the house because of the earthquake. When the tremors stopped, when the moment of the earthquake stopped, when the earth stopped shaking, they saw the sea rising. What did they see? They saw that the sea level was rising. The water level in the sea was rising. In the chaos and confusion, in this disorder, they could not understand what to do, what is happening. Two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother. In this disorder and confusion, two of his children, two of Ignatius' children, caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother. That is their Nana and Mama, and rushed in the opposite direction. They started running in the opposite direction of the sea. He never saw them again. After that incident, he could not see his children and his relatives again. His wife was also swept away. His wife was also swept away by the water. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. Only the remaining three children who came with him were saved, and others were killed by the water. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in Kachhal Island of the Nicobar group of islands. There is another story. Sanjeev was a policeman. He was serving there in one of the part of the island. He somehow managed to save himself. He was successful in saving his wife, himself, and his baby daughter from the waves. He could save his wife, his daughter, and himself. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house cook. But when he was able to save his wife and baby and himself, he could hear the shoutings, the cries for help from the guest house cook, John's wife. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her. Sanjeev jumped in water to save her, but they were both swept away. But he could not, and both of them were swept away, carried away by the water. 13-year-old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. 13-year-old Meghna was also carried away by the water, by the waves. Her parents were also, and 77 other people were swept away, carried away by the waves. She spent 2 days floating in the sea, holding on to a wooden door. She spent 2 days in the water. She has placed herself on a wooden door that was floating in the sea. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead. 11 times she could see the helicopter which was there to rescue people, but they did not see her. But the people in the helicopter could not see that girl, Meghna. She was brought to the shore by a wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. Luckily, one of the waves pushed her on the seashore, on the bank, and then she was found by the rescue workers walking on the seashore in a daze, in a confusion. Almas Javed was 10 years old. This is the story of another boy, Almas Javed. He was 10 years. This girl, she was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump. She studied in one of the schools, Carmel Convent. situated in Port Blair. Her father had a petrol pump there. Her mother Rahila's home was in Nancowry Island. Her mother's house was in another part of this island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. The family had gone there to celebrate their festival, Christmas. When the tremors came early in the morning, when there was earthquake in the morning, the family was sleeping. All the people in the family were sleeping. Alma's father saw the sea water recede. Alma's father could see that the sea level was decreasing. He understood that the water would come rushing back with great force. He knew, he understood that the water would come back with great force. He woke up everyone and tried to rush them to a safer place. He woke up all of the people and tried to rush to a safe place. As they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and fell down. While running, her grandfather, Alma's grandfather, was hit on his head by something and he fell down. Her father rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them. When her father went back to save his father, or Alma's grandfather, they both were swept away by the waves. Alma's mother and aunt stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree. Alma's mother and her aunts were standing there. They have caught hold of the leaves of a coconut tree, calling out to her. They were calling to Alma. A wave uprooted the tree and they too were washed up. A strong wave uprooted the tree, pulled up the tree, and they were also washed away with the waves. Alma saw a log of wood floating. Alma could see that a great piece of wood was floating. She climbed onto it. She climbed on the top of that wood. Then she fainted and then she was unconscious. When she woke up, she was in a hospital in Kamorta. When she woke up, she found herself in Kamorta. From there, she was brought to Port Blair. From there, she was rushed to Port Blair. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone. She is still traumatized. The little girl, even today, she does not want to talk about those waves, that tsunami and that earthquake, because she is still in a lot of shock and distress. So this is part 1. Go through this and please do these questions, these 5 questions at the end of this part. Thank you.